Well, it's been a while since I've done a slab review of just some of the stuff I've picked up. So, in front of you, yes, there's a few loose cards, but for the most part, you have two nice stacks of slabs. So, I'm going to start with this side and go to this side. I know I already have the attention of a few people just by having Yankees and Clemente up top, especially one particular person. So let's move those aside and focus on this. So found this Raw Munson. I was already buying another card from a seller, and they had this one, and I threw in an offer, and we settled on $16. And centering is decent. Top corners are okay. Bottom, it's a little rougher. But overall, a very nice card. Presents very well. So for 16 bucks, I think I did pretty well on that. So 2020 Gypsy Queen. There's the Koufax. And not just the regular short print Koufax, but the logo swap. So we look right in the top corner. Instead of the GQ, has a different logo. So I have many of the parallels for this particular Koufax now. Just kind of surprising. Next up, this is just a throw in that a seller did. It's a 1982 Superstar Sandy Koufax card. And from that same seller, picked up these two. I negotiated back and forth, and note that both of these have damage on the back, but at a regular 66, make this a very cheap card. But this is Venezuela Koufax, and even just the straight authenticated ones are quite pricey, and I paid nowhere near just a straight authenticated one. So I will get this slabbed, and let's be honest, that front of the card presents incredibly well. And obviously this is part of the same lot with the damage on the back, but it is a Venezuela Koufax. Then I also picked up a stamp lot. My main motivation was for this one right here, which is in good shape. And with the Koufax, there's Lenny Green, Warren Spahn and Hank Aaron, and finally Joe Torre and Harmon Killebrew. And I cannot recall the date on these stamps, but obviously early mid-60s. This is literally a $1 throw-in to an order. Matt Williams rookie card. I know some Giants packages I'm working on, so this will be included in those. Next up, we have a 1961 Fleer, which is a good set to begin with. And this is the Bob Feller, but with an auto on it. Authenticated autograph from PSA. Card's, not in the best shape, but front of it presents well. Nice, clean, clear auto. And pick it up for very cheap. And adding to the Rosen signed card collection, or run, I should say. This is 61 Topps. When they went over all the MVPs, so Rosen was the MVP in 53, and by 61 he had retired due to injuries. But nice clean auto in the front and slabbed authentic. The other Rosen I picked up is nice 1950 Bowman rookie, PSA 6, so very solid grade. This is the one with the copyright on the bottom, but saw it and got a really good deal on it. T2 of 6 cards, fantastic, but they're usually quite expensive, even just authenticated or beat up ones. But I happened to find a listing, and usually groups of 3 for the most part. I lost out on some just amazing lots. I did win one of them. So we have a Joe Birmingham who played for Cleveland, and this is in a 1. A sweet corporal. Back. Then we have Tommy Leach, played for Pittsburgh. This is just authenticated. Really nice example, though. All these have great color. But this is the main one that we're going for. This is Chief Bender, Oakland Athletics, portrait in a 1. Rounded corners, damage on the back. A little bit of writing. There's a crease. There's a reason it's a 1. Usually this is not a cheap card, even in a 1. So finding it in a lot for far under what this single card normally goes for was something I decided that was worth picking up. So now we go to the second stack. So on top, you'll notice a very nice Roberto Clemente. This is a 1964 Topps, and a PSA 5 with the mark designation. And I always tell people, look for the mark designation, because sometimes it is very minor, such as this card. Some cards have marks and I can't even tell where they are. This one you can tell, but someone simply put 2 little marks here, denoting a particular year. I am okay with that. For a solid 5 with good centering, it's a very nice card. So get the 64 out of the way, and the last card I needed for the Clemente run was a 1971 Topps. I found one in a BVG 5, so not the greatest grade, but this particular set is incredibly tough on grading. Picking out a 5, I'm happy with that. And soon I will have to do a video on the Clemente run, since it is now complete. Then we have a very unique Hank Greenberg card. It's a 1976 Playboy Press. It's a trivia card. And found it in an 8. Didn't have it in the PC, and it's one of those few photos really, with Hank in his Pittsburgh uniform. So, I figured I'd pick that one up. And the rest we have, I believe, is all Koufax. I'm going to save this one and this one for last, because those are the better ones of this entire lot. So starting off, we have a 67 Topps ERA leader card and a 5.5. Just regular Topps. And then we have the 66 Topps and a 6. And then another 67 Topps and a 6. Now we'll get to the interesting ones where I'm trying to fill in holes. These leader cards were basically all upgrades for me. The other cards I'm about to show you are ones I was missing in the Koufax collection. So starting off, we have 1966 Bazooka Authentic. These are blank back. And all these hand-cut ones are really difficult to get any sort of grade on. There's the slightest miscut with the scissors and it's automatically authentic. but this one looks really good. Very sharp card, great color, and appears a very nice pickup. Actually, this was a lot with 2 of those League Leader cards. So, for less than what I was seeing the other Bazooka cards going for in the same grade. And then this is a 1962 Jello Authentic. You commonly see the post versions of these cards. The Jello ones are a lot harder, especially the 62 for Koufax. Again, blank back, and just as with Bazooka, really tough to get a grade on these. So finding a nice, clear, clean example is really what you're looking for, not necessarily the grade. And the last one is a heavily trimmed card, but it's incredibly difficult to find, especially at any sort of reasonable price. This is the 1958 Bell Brand Sandy Koufax Authentic. So normally this has a green border all the way around the card, and it is quite evident on the back that it has been trimmed quite significantly. But I'm just happy to have an example in the collection. But the full cards with any sort of grade on it are just outrageously priced. So this is the way that I could afford to have it in the collection. And it fills a nice, unique, rare hole in the Koufax PC. So that's what I have for you this time around. Again, quite a few PC editions, and stuff I've either missing or upgraded, or just unique ones I was able to find. And again, these are the last 2 pieces for the Clemente run, and I will be doing a video in the future going through all the cards, not all the League Leader cards, just the main portrait cards. I've been able to amass, I guess you could say, over time. So, we have a whole variety of cards here. So, that's what I got for you in this particular video, this time around. Once again, I think it's a pretty eclectic, obviously heavily weighed toward vintage, with one, I think, modern exception being of a vintage player. But really fun tracking some of these down and trying to make deals on them, and really getting lucky on a lot of them, on probably 90% of them, getting incredibly lucky. So that's what I got for you this time around. And as always, please remember to collect what you enjoy what you collect, and don't let anybody, especially the market or a YouTuber, dictate that to you. And most importantly, have fun. And have fun by being active in this community. So find your way of participating, whether it's making videos, watching and commenting, going to live streams, group chats, going to your LCS or local card show, or simply talking about the hobby with family and friends. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. The more you'll learn, the more your PC will grow, the more people you'll meet, and the more fantastic friendships you'll form. It's a tremendous community, and it's been an absolute pleasure to know many of the people in it, and to help people, and to have just absolutely fascinating conversations with people, especially during this time that we're all dealing with. thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you again. Have a good one, and bye for now.